Hey there, internet people, my name is Lucas and I'm learning Blender, and today I worked a while on a new 15-inch screen, a retro computer screen template. So I created this guy. It's not the first time that I do stuff like this, but I wanted to improve, well, my work, how I do stuff like this, a little bit practice actually, and at the same time I try to be a little bit more, well, I try to be low poly as good as I can. It's probably not extremely low poly, that's for sure, but I also wanted to have like a good balance between low poly and you know, good looking and so on. And this is not finished yet, but I what I do pretty often is when I learn Blender, I record then little tutorials for myself, usually also in the German language, only for myself, so that I can remember certain steps I just learned. But I thought, well, today let's share this with you. So we practice basically just rebuilding this guy, which I built already. I also experimented a lot, deleted different versions, because you can approach stuff like this in so many ways, and that's cool. But I think I like this kind of idea because this again could, well, it's clean enough for me, at least right now, and I think it's a good template for myself. Okay, but keep in mind, it's not a Blender expert tutorial or something, it's just practice. So basically a little practice tutorial, and if it's interesting for you, you can watch me look how I recreate my own thing. Okay, good. Yeah, I did an other version, and for my Let's Play channel, and that was cool and so on, but I also used so many modifier, and it's not perfect, it has some glitches and so on. So that's the reason I wanted to just practice this a little bit. Okay, we start with a basic cube. Let's do this again. Basic cube we need, and then we are already applying, not applying, but we are gonna use the bevel modifier. I think I used absolute in this case. We will limit the vertexes later, so that the screen here is not affected. This comes later. So this is nothing crucial. We could also just use this one for the beginning and change this. Okay, the object is now smooth. Right click and shade smooth. A bevel modifier is good for now, and now we're gonna just create this little thing here, just approximately the screen size thing, and then I think I kind of made it look like this. I explain a little bit of things, but I also need to practice explaining things, so don't expect major great explanations. Good, this one. What is the next step? Made it smaller, this, and I think we are already almost done. Sorry, when I talk and do the stuff, it's a little bit different. Okay, like this. What else did I do? Yeah, I think, yeah, now we can actually just subdivide this, and I believed I used, did I use 40? Let's see how this looks. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be so many. That's it's not so really necessary, and we can turn bevel off for now, but it's good. And then it's basically pretty simple. I used so many different methods, try and error, and I used so many different methods. Oh, by the way, if you pick in any somewhere and you press Control and the numpad plus, then you just gonna, you know, this kind of thing happens, which is a cool thing. It also works backwards with the minus thing. Okay, So this is done. So what was the next step? Let me just think. Ah, yeah. Since I used so many different. Oh, this is nonsense actually. Okay, this is completely nonsense. We just have to pick the middle. Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah. The reason why I did this, I don't want to confuse you. This is a step we don't have to remember right now. The reason why I did this. Let's select everything again. I used before. I tried to use like a spheres and so on, which also kind of works well. Again. Let's do it like that. This one, and now we have activated the proportional editing, and just now we're gonna stretch this a little bit until the point when it looks nice enough. And let's see. Maybe there's a way to. And those stuff is always kind of affected. I mean, the goal is not really to make a perfect object, but to make a cool enough looking object and clean enough looking object so that I can use it later on in some animations and so on. And that it has a balance between good looking and performance. That's the idea. Okay, that's good enough for now, I believe so. Yeah, it has a little bit of the roundness here. That's cool. Maybe this is also the way how we say that, roundness. Let's turn off this again. Okay, so and now we're gonna give them a name. I call it screen. The thing is, screen. I write so many things wrong. It doesn't bother me. I just have to write it so that I know what it means. In my personal language, so this is it doesn't bother me so much, but it's if you wonder. Okay, and this gets a green. Oops, okay, this is the main texture for everything, and now we're gonna give it a new texture, apply this, and this is green, a little bit shiny. Ah, voila, looks good already. Let's hide this for now. And not this one, that one. Ah, I had the same problem. How the heck? Ah, yeah. And this one will be the rim of the screen, and we're gonna give it darker, not too dark, just dark and shiny. Let's see how this. Oh, apply. Yeah, that looks already good. Okay, so don't worry about it looks different because we actually has to squeeze it later a little bit, you know, that it looks, I mean, this is really just a template. Okay, now we want to look the bevel, you know, looks already good. Problem here is, I believe, I turn, I mean, right now it looks good, but why? I have a shadow copy. Why does it look good? This irritates me right now. It should look, wait. That's weird. Maybe because, yeah. Okay, in this case at least. So sometimes when you use the bevel modifier, this looks really weird. I mean, this is really not how I wanted to go. But you can see here the small, yeah, this is a good example why we should limit the vertices anyways, even though it was okay looking in this now. Oh, that's good to know actually. Yeah, see, the problem is that because I still learn Blender, I don't really know those different. What I usually do is try and error. I try this one, and this, you know, and so on. But what I figured out is that we can always limit the vertices which are affected, which is a good thing. So we should definitely limit that, and in order to make it better visible. Okay, you see right now everything is affected from the bevel modifier from this one here. So that's can be good if you wanna, you know, I mean, this looks okay kinda, but this looks definitely not okay. So we wanna limit that, and the way how we do that is pretty simple. What the heck was that actually? Ah, hello there. Yeah, this is from my other approaches from today. So okay, so we just select everything. The easy way is to just, you can also color select, which is always cool. So this one and this one. Okay, and this will be a screen. Ah, so I did this already. Okay, see, I'm an idiot. But not enough, I believe. Yeah, we want to select everything, the whole screen. So let's do this, select, and now we're gonna create a new vertex group. We say assign, and we're gonna name this one here screen. Like this, I hope so. Okay, now when we select, only this one is selected. Okay, and the rest, we're gonna name assign, and we name it outside. This, how do you write this? You know, the problem is really, I think it was never really tested, but I'm pretty sure I have like a weakness with when it comes to writing and reading. But that's okay. Then yeah, let's see if I selected everything worked out well. Look, yeah, looks good. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is looking at this object like this and going into a modifier and limit this to our vertex group, and then we're gonna say we want the bevel modifier being used only on the outside. You see, only the outside is now affected. So if you change that, only this outside is affected. And I think that's so good. And you can actually do this pretty well. So this looks already good. I think we are already done. So this is the template I wanted to create, but we can do a little bit more today. Since, you know, again, I already thought just, usually I record those little videos because it's really helpful. For example, you learn something today with Blender and you kind of like Blender and you're new to that. And then you have like a 1 week of a break. This is already enough to forget so many things that, although it's easier you can still do it, don't worry, you will forget anyway stuff. But if you have the possibility to record yourself, then I would really recommend just do that. Or write yourself a tutorial, or just make some notes, whatever you prefer, will help you. Okay, so this guy, we made a copy already, so let's save this. What are we gonna do now? Yeah, we're gonna just change a little bit, make it more plastic looking, and also we can turn this stuff on. Okay, so now where is my light? Let's see how this looks. Yeah, it looks good enough. Okay, let's squeeze this guy a little bit. I believe, you know, when I said retro PC, it should look a little bit like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, except if you work for a company who produces those stuff. Well, then you better know your stuff. But in this case, it's not necessary. Okay. And the thing is, I never had a PC like in 1995 IBM or something. 2000, I think, was my PC here. Yeah. So what we could do is, first of all, let's work a little bit on the plastic here. We want to make it the sub thing. And here it looks already a little bit like those old greens, not too green, just a little bit of this weird green looking thing. Why ever this looked green, I do not know. Okay, a little bit too shiny. Yeah, that's good. Okay, looks nice. Yeah, what we're gonna do is open this one here. Wait, like that. And now I like to do it this one. the reason why sometimes, you know, you can also just search for stuff, which is okay. I just force myself, for whatever stupid reason, to look for them, to get a feeling where those stuff is, and I like this, to know where stuff is, but you know, does it actually make sense to try to remember that? Who knows? The bump, what else? Color, no. Texture, yeah, noise texture would be nice. Mapping, exactly, mapping. We need mapping like this. Okay, hope that makes sense. Although it can be just object is fine. So this goes here, and this goes there, and yeah, that's a good. Look at that. Oh boy, I love Blender. So because you see all the time weird stuff happening. That's the best part of it. Okay, let's scale this a little bit up. A bit more. And roundness, no, details maybe. Yeah. More. And let's play around with those values here. Yeah, those here. The thing is, sure, we can make it super small and super detailed, but you know, in the end, we will not see that anyways. But you see the kind of noise here is good to make this a little bit, you see, more whatever this is looking like. Yeah, but I think we can even increase that. Top 3. Yeah. You know, with that you can play around forever. That's good enough. Okay, I'll improve the roughness a little bit. Looks kind of like plastic, right? I mean, looks good enough actually, yeah. It looks good enough. Great, saving. Let's go back to, where were we? To this menu, just taking a look. Yeah, I like it already. The thing is really that, although we should check out how this will look like when it's basically, let's say we apply them. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, not that low poly, but the thing is, it's again, it's more like having a good template. What we could have done is, for example, I use here like what did I do? I subdivided this 40 times, maybe 20 times would also be completely fine, right? So, but in this case, I like this. Okay, so now we have this looking guy. Let's make a copy, why not? And what we could also do is, and that's also interesting, we're gonna make this like that, and good. What else? Do this again. And now that's the thing where I believe what we have to do is, what doesn't work, I believe, is when we change, for example, we have here when we select outside, so everything is selected, and if I deselect that and deselect this, oh great, well, how the heck do I do that? Can you please deselect that? Okay, let's do it like that, whatever. So them. So when we deselect that and we say assign again, if I select, everything is selected. For some reason it doesn't care. I do not know. It's me. I have to know how to deal with that. But usually how I do it is basically, since I cannot change this for some reason, so this is like one time done, I cannot change it anymore. The way how I change it is then to just make, you know, we selected this one, and now we're gonna press plus and say assign, and we're gonna name this outside side 2. Assign this again, check this out, looks good, right? Then we can delete, and this one here I can rename. So now this is outside, and let's just make sure that everything works. The reason I did this right now is, and it's not perfect, you can see it's a little bit, we have still this one here. Would this help? Yeah, I think there's something off, but that's okay. We can actually solve this kind of problem, which is actually not really a problem. Okay, we'll leave it like that. We can those kind of things which probably require fixing do not really bother me right now, because we can solve them if necessary later. Okay, what we want to do is subdivide that 20 times. We want to make a circle. So this is subdivided, and now we're going to press F3 and say to sphere is already written, but let's write it again just for to sphere like this, and then whoop. So it looks like that now, and we're going to delete the faces. Not sure if I have to, but I always do that. Select those guys here, and now we're gonna extrude them down and press F just for fun, and now we have this here. So it doesn't look too good. So what we could do is giving those little guys here. Not sure if this makes sense. Let's call this yeah, what is it actually? I have no idea. Down. I do not know what it is. So we give it, like, we have this assigned, right? Yeah, so we're gonna give them a different bevel modifier and see how. Oh, interesting. I think that's a light problem. Let's check this out. No, we have to. Very interesting. No, I'm an idiot. I'm a completely idiot. That's so great if you know that. Yeah, we have to, of course, we wanna, I forgot to limit them and then to select down. Also, you can, if you press this, then everything, it switches basically. You can say use the bevel modifier only for those, for down, or you can press this button here and say use the bevel modifier for everything except this. So that's actually also good. But you see, it looks already nice enough. So then we could make it like that, but this is probably not this is too more than looking already. Also, funny thing is that I do know how to make a sphere, but I do not know how to make a square again. It's a thing I have to learn. I have to learn vertex. Was it here, mesh? And now what happens so often is that I constantly look at stuff and I don't see stuff, especially when I'm recording. Then I think, oh boy, where was it? I think it was mesh. Wasn't it mesh? Transform, yeah, mesh transform to sphere. How to unsphere things would be interesting. Anyway, so what we also could do is that's interesting. I should look this up actually. I mean, there are certainly ways to do that for me. That's not a difficult task right now, but I believe that. I mean, if there's a to sphere thing, there must be something opposite, which is a little bit weird to me. To sphere, Share, what does that mean? Select items along the horizontal. Oh, let's try this. Oh, interesting. That's always good if you don't know what you are doing. It's always good to try and error some things. Sure, you can look up stuff and learn them, but if you experiment, then you maybe find different ways, different cool stuff, you know. So that's always a good thing. But if you looking for a special thing, then yeah, then look up. This is what I'm gonna do probably. Okay, but just for fun, how could we do that differently? How could we do it? I mean, since it's a screen, it should be like that anyways, a little bit, you know. This is how they actually look. But I mean, we could. No, I have to look it up. I have to look this up, how to make it like a quarter again. But the good thing is we don't have to do that right now. That's something for later. So then we have this one here. Let's make a copy in case we screw up something. Good. Saving. So let's modify this here a little bit down. Yeah, I believe, you know, I believe they looked like I didn't have an old PC like I said, an Amiga also never had this, but I had an old 15-inch screen. That's something I had. I don't want to influence the thing down below, so maybe it's wise to just change this one here. No, I don't know. Or oopsala, maybe. Could be. Could be. Or maybe I should have done this a little bit earlier, I believe so. But okay, well, it doesn't really matter. The good thing is the template was the most important thing. So like, oh, it doesn't look too bad actually. But this one here, I'm not sure. Not sure. Well, next time I should keep that in mind a little bit. And also, yeah, before I do that, I should have made this a little bit bigger. This one here, I wanted to have it bigger actually. So we could, let me see if this works out well. Up. I want to make them symmetric. Usually the way I do that is like this one here. Which way is this guy here? But we're gonna copy this value, and this guy we're gonna bring it here. Position, and the same thing we're gonna do here. Copy this value, bring this guy there, and now we can make this smaller again. Subdivide that. Let's make 21. Oh no, 20. Am I stupid? 2 times. It's okay. So, and then we have edges. Make this smaller, and this is also a thing I never really did. This is I learned basically. Oh, it's a new thing still, or one of the new cool features. Not that new anymore, but this is certainly not what I did when I first created my very first. Ah yeah, this is also affected again from the from this one, I believe. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't matter. We know that. That's an important thing. Let's make it, but let's deactivate it for now because it kind of annoys me right now. Subdivide that. Let's see if this works as well. If not, no, it works. That's great, actually. It really works. But why is it like... Ah, that's interesting. Maybe we can do that, yeah. Ah, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, let's do this again. Huh. Why is it like that? Maybe because it's not symmetric. Yeah, probably. Okay, let's try something different. Let's try to be symmetrical. Okay, let's try this one first, just because last time it helped. Okay, how was that actually? That was like mesh. No, that was like object, apply, all transform. Let's see if this worked. Let's make 10. Why not? For testing. Sphere. That's never had this kind of... Okay, this didn't work out. Then the next step what we could try is making it more symmetrical. So we're gonna take a look at the lengths. Let's adjust that. 30 meter. Oh, this is a very big... Oh, no. It's 0.30. Okay. 0.123. No, sorry. 0.13. No, crap. Yeah, okay, this looks okay. Let's separate that 10 and see what happens if you do that again. Here we go. Here we have a round thing. Yeah, this is last time I did this completely in a different way. It took me a long time to cut holes into a screen, and I used the subdivision modifier, and then I used different kind of ways, and that was okay because I couldn't do it differently. And I believe maybe in a few years I will think, oh boy, what the heck did I do? But you know, you should always do as good as you should always do stuff on your own level, you know. And you should maybe some people learn you know, they study and then they do exactly what the teacher's telling. And if you can learn like that, if this doesn't it's not boring to you, and you can, if this works for you, it's fine. But for me it doesn't work. It's so boring that my attention is gone. So it's always good to kind of learn by try and error for me. It's always good to make it like, if you learn stuff, to do it as good as you can on your personal level, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So now we have a little bit of a glitch here, I believe. We have the thing, but again, I believe this has to do with those stuff here. Let's turn this off and see what happens. Nothing, that's not good. Shouldn't look like that, but maybe there's nothing I can do about that. I do not know. It's a little bit hard to get this, but we're gonna find this out. We want to have a little button. Okay, so in order to have a little button, we're gonna have to press E, scale it down, and get this guy a little bit up around. Yeah, it looks good. So what we could do is basically First of all, let's turn on this one here, because you see this kind of screws up the whole area here. And so we want to limit this again, right? So as we did it before, hopefully this works. It's also probably it's also okay to not use the bevel modifier at all, and just you always kind of do it manually. But I like the idea of, you know, turning it on and off. Okay, we have to go into this menu, and then we say outside, select, and everything is selected. That's not what we want. We want to have everything selected except this area. So the way how we do that is probably hopefully like this one here. Let's no. Good. Can we maybe deselect it like like this? No, how can I make it better? Wait a second. Let me just, you know, I wanna avoid selecting the wrong things. So let's do that and that, and we're gonna hide this. Then we're gonna hide this one. No. Yeah, we wanna. Okay, that's good. We're just gonna select this one here. Now let's go into this from this side. Yeah, that's better. Let's turn this off for now, so that's for the overview it's better. Okay, that's great. Good. This is selected. Now we say invert. Oh boy. Yeah, exactly. This one I also don't want to. How did I'm an idiot. No, this is easier. Okay, select the whole thing again. Yeah, okay, so this way is it's a little bit easier from this perspective, I guess. So MDM and this one. Okay, let's see if we have everything. Yeah, good. Okay, this one. I think what the hell have I done? I'm really a little bit an idiot today. This is not what I wanted to do. Although, no, it's okay. We can still work with that. We can still work with that. No, it's fine. So, okay, because if we do exactly this one here, then now we can select everything else. No, still stupid. Down select height. Okay. Well, I hope this looks okay. Now we can make it new assign, and we're gonna name this outside side 2. Just make a test outside 2 and oh yeah. Huh? Doesn't have any effect. That's weird. No, it does have an effect, but only. Oh well, maybe I have here to learn something. Let's see. Something is weird. Ah, see, nothing is selected. Well, that explains a lot, actually. I think I forgot to assign that. Okay, I hope I can still kind of go back, undo certain steps. Okay, this one here. Let's make this again. Assign. Name it outside. Side 2. Assign this again. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Now let's go back into this menu. Let's say outside 2. That's interesting. Very interesting. What's happening here? Isn't that not weird? Why does it do that? Let's see, there must be a reason for that. Okay, if I select outside. Okay. If I select outside too. Ah, here we go, that's the reason, I see. Good. Outside. Yeah. That makes absolutely sense. Okay, invert. Good, let's do this again. This one we can delete. And we are gonna select those things here. Upsala. This is red because it's not existing anymore. Yeah, let's hide this. Looks good. Yeah, that looks better. Good. And let's give it now. Select everything. Sign outside 2. Okay, let's go into this menu. Okay, well, that looks good. Oh, that's okay. Good. It still doesn't solve this kind of problem because we want to give this things a different modifier. Let's see if we can fix that. Although I'm not so sure does this make sense because it already takes away some performance. Yeah, this is something you have to figure out. But again, that doesn't matter right now. We figure this out somehow. So what we're gonna do is basically unhide everything, and now we say select, hide this one, outside, down, select, hide this one, screen select, hide this guy here. We're gonna select. What the heck? Why are you coming back? Doesn't matter. Just press A, so everything is selected, so that's okay. And this is screen 2, I would say. And screen 2 is just the second part of the screen. Whatever. This is my weird system. Crazy, probably confused me when I do too many things. Okay, let's make a bevel modifier for only bevel for only screen 2. Oh, this is the German came out. Screen 2. Like this. Let's see if we can make this look nice. Yeah, this is a different kind of problem now. But let's just play around with those things here and see. No, if it doesn't change, I go very high on those values because I want to see something to happen. Well, I start to believe that this one is also a problem. Okay, let's it doesn't look too bad, but here the problem is we have to do it here as well. Or I think a little bit not how I should. Okay, let's say let's ignore this here. And we are just gonna weird. Anyway, I think I know why. It's just a different thing. Okay, we are going to select this one here. Invert. And it's still there. That's weird. I thought can we not unhide stuff in here, or did I just press something? Huh. Strange. I don't remember that this was ever a problem, but okay, whatever. Whatever. We are going to... No, nonsense. Nonsense. So much nonsense. We are going to select... Wait, I think this is... I want to select everything. Okay. This... The bottom area shall be and now it starts to get complicated. That also happens so often, but that's okay, whatever. So okay, let's just call it screen free design. Okay, let's select height. Oh crap. Why did you not select everything? That's the reason. I had it. Okay, I had to turn off the. See, I always learn about those stuff. Kind of, you make mistakes, but there's usually what I like about Blender is that. Although this is still kind of weird, why it's not selecting everything? Probably because of that. See again, usually when I so what I really learned with Blender is that I believe really every problem I had, everything which wasn't like I expected was my mistake, or not, yeah, mistake, yeah, for sure, or was something I had to you know, it was me doing it, causing those problems. So that's the part I like about Blender. It's just so far the program runs well, very well actually. And it's not that the program is just, you know, crashing all the time or something, or making some weird stuff. If weird stuff happens, it was always me. I cannot even recall that it was one time Blender making something weird. So that's the crazy part, which I really like. And usually I get so stressed out with programs when they don't work well or something, and I lose also my cool often, but it almost doesn't happen with Blender, which is ridiculous actually, because I always had this, like always was something, but with Blender it's like I'm very calm most of the time. Not always. Sometimes figure out when but that's all because I overwhelm myself. I don't know what I did anymore, and then it's not really Blender. Okay, so screen screen. I have to go to bed, I guess. Screen. We are gonna name %. We are gonna name this here. Yeah, it already works. Huh? Not too bad. So yeah, the very first version of this guy, and there's still work to be done. See, I forgot about that. So yeah, but the very first version was, I really wonder why this is affecting all those things. I mean, this is okay, that makes sense. This is also kind of helping. This is interesting. Take a look in the windows again. When I select screen, no, outside 2. Outside 2, I believe why this is happening is because outside 2 is also, it shouldn't affect those vertexes. Let's make an outside 3 now. Assign and name it outside 3. Or legal. I'm not sure if they're writing right now. Okay, let's say here. Huh? What the heck? Did I just delete it accidentally? Oh, anyway, I don't know what I did, but certainly this has to be outside 3. Ah, here we go. A lot better already. See, this is what I meant. If you do something and it doesn't work like you think it should, well, probably you. This is still weird, and we have to look into that, why this is looking so. That's really interesting, actually. I don't know why this is like that. So this is okay so far. Oh, let's turn this off. Yeah, this effect doesn't affect. Yeah. Okay, then what about this one here? Okay, looks fine. And this one? This one affects, but why? No. See, I should really name this button and so on, but I didn't because honestly, I was just embarrassed. I wasn't sure the right button. So, but it's okay. We're gonna select this and outside. What the heck did I name this again? Screen 3. See, I should really never call it button. Select. Okay, let's take a look at this. Why is this looking so weird? But it doesn't seem to be the problem. No, I think it's fine how it looks. But what could we do to make this look better? Okay, I thought. Is it affecting everything else? No, just this one here. Well, it could be just simply the modifier itself, you know? So let's play around with those values a little bit. Nothing happens. Ah, this was interesting. Okay. Nothing. Oh, that's great. That is what I'm looking for. Okay. No. And absolute is this one here. Okay, they all suck. That's for sure. Easiest way, let's make it reset to default. Oh. Oh la la. What the heck? Well, here we go. Here we go, but this is a little bit too over the top. Ah, I see. I mean, segments are a little bit of a problem because if I have too many segments, we create a lot of. Hey, but this looks good. And again, the challenge is really to make this object as you know, as a one object. That's the thing. Last time I cut out a lot and so on, and that's cool, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just if you wanna, sometimes you just wanna know how to do those stuff. Well, now we have this one here, and and we could need another one too. but we wanna, I forgot about that. What I would like to have is subdivide this. Good, right? Yeah. And edges, no. Edges, and make this all. Oh yeah. You cannot subdivide if it's not a quad. This is also something I didn't understood at first when I learned. I'm still learn, but you know, that was very weird. Okay, now we can subdivide this. Yeah, let's make it like that. So, and now we can press Control plus. And we're gonna give this a new material and assign it already. Addition. Increase a good value. But oh boy, we have to do that as well here, I guess. There's something glitching. This is not how it should look. Question is why. I mean, the final render, especially for my stuff, is not a really big problem, but why not figure stuff out? But not today, I guess. Okay, this is something I'm gonna figure out for myself. Very important was that I, but you know what, we should show you something. Where is it? Yeah, text. Ah, great. Oh, I'm completely off here with all the stuff. I should have actually. Ah, anyway, it doesn't really matter. Oh boy. But I have a very good excuse when I get confused with stuff like that. Let's see. Wait a second. Where the heck am I? So here we go. Okay, 90. I switch between the German and English language very often because I still learn the English language. Well, no, while learning or improving, that's the thing. Sometimes, not all the time, actually, constantly I try to improve, but not as intensive as I did. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. The German keyboard, the Y and the Z is the other way around in the German language, and so when you switch, you get confused here in Blender especially. I didn't change the key settings because when I started to learn Blender and watched some tutorials, I thought it's a great idea to maybe not get too different from the people who are teaching you stuff. Text. Hello, my name is Lucas. See, I cannot even write my own name. That's great. Ta-da! So, of course, it's not finished yet, but I'm very happy with this kind of template. So I have my own tutorial. I'm uploading this and sharing this with everybody, and then, well, that's it. Let's see if there's an interest for those nonsense. I mean, there are many great Blender tutorials. So I don't think anybody is looking at my channel, but well, maybe. Maybe in the future. So yeah, so that's cool. And the good thing is, oh, I'm already happy with this guy here. Yeah, I like the idea of this one being one thing. Yeah, this one I have to fix. This is not okay. This is not okay how it looks. So in order to remember that I have to do that, I just gonna get like crazy like this, and so I will remember next time. Now it looks like my screen has an erection. Now that that it looks like that, but it looks really too much. Or like an Oh, what the heck? Oh boy, guys, I'm sorry. It always happens in the end of those videos. I have a similar video on this channel. Anyways, but if it's like that, I remember I have to change that next time to get rid of the glitch. It's a little bit laggy when I think it's because of all the bevel modifiers. They are kind of tricky, I believe. Let's see what happens if we apply all those modifiers here, just for fun. This is the way how I'll back up my stuff. I'm also doing proper backups. It's not like that. Man, how the hell did I... What am I doing right now? Copy. Oh man, I can't even... Here. So, okay, let's apply those modifiers just for fun. Them, and see how this looks. Total amount of... so how many do we have? 6,000? Am I an idiot? What is this? Six? I have to. Yeah. 6,000, if I'm not confused here. Ah, no, wait a second. Yeah? Ah, here, yeah. Yeah, 6,000. Really? So many? I don't believe that. I think I am probably misreading some stuff here. But let's just get this one here and see how many those are. Ah, 3 edges. No. Can I make this bigger? Ah, crap. Well, let's do this one here. Maybe this helps. Limit, no. Collapse, well, no. Merge this one here by distance. Oh, we have doubles. Oh, look at that. So, and still. I cannot believe those are 6, but it has to be 6,000. I mean, 600 I would understand, but 6,000? It's so crazy. They really like, how many are those? 9. Now, what the heck? There's so many? Probably. Oh, that's interesting, actually. Well, let's delete that. Get this guy back. Let's see if we can minimize this a little bit. Amount, interesting. Yeah, what the heck? Oh boy, you must think I'm a super idiot. Of course it's so many if this is... We have such a high value. Let's see, let's make... Upsala, let's make... it doesn't work. 1. You don't even need 1. You just need... like this amount. Oh boy, that's good. That's good that I realized that. That's really good. Happy about that. And this looks fine. This is percent. Yeah, okay. Now I get this. That this is just summarizing. Probably maybe absolute. I don't know. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. You know, why the heck do we need so many for such a thing? Yeah, absolute. Maybe we can even check other stuff. Yeah. Depth. half is not that okay. Yeah. Well, it kind of starts to make sense. That if I want to make it rounder, how would I do that? If I make percent, I can really like squeeze it so much, you know. Okay, well, maybe this percent is not so bad. Maybe it's, how much did I hit? This one was like 2 point. That was okay actually. No, let's make just 2. That's fine. Okay, let's save this one. We can actually delete because it's awful. And now let's apply this one here. Okay, let's select everything. And now how many do we have? Still 6,000. I'm completely. Am I reading this right? This irritates me so so much. What the heck? Is this really? How is this? Is this happen? Is it maybe because of the delete that? Okay, let me just test for this one. Go. That's not the percentage. That's interesting. Okay, here we have 2,361, but why is it so much? So many? Maybe it is like that. Maybe it's just, maybe I underestimate that by, but how many are, oops, those here, dep. 1,760, that's a lot of vertices. Is this really a... Well, good to know. Good to know. Could we remesh that? Oh, this is a different thing. Okay. Well, okay. I see. But still, I mean, it's not too bad. I had like worse versions of that. So, but you know, that's how you figure stuff out. You'll try to understand stuff and do it next time better. But 6,000 is a little bit much. I think that has to do with the bevel. They are actually creating a lot. Also good to know. Oh no. Anyway, so I hope it was interesting. Maybe that's the new screen. I'm gonna work on it a little bit more, and you're probably gonna see the screen somewhere in future projects, modified, made it bigger, better. Some adjustments, like more little things here and there. Okay, good. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Bye bye.